Hello, welcome back. Alfred here with The Life of Chai. Okay, I was talking to a friend the other day and he said, how do you cut a mango? And I said, well, I'll show you. It's very simple. And actually, it's so simple that for one video, it's too short. So I'm going to throw in a couple other how-to with a pineapple and a avocado. Okay, so one thing about the mangoes, they are seasonal. We have pineapple and avocado all year round, but the mangoes are seasonal. And if this is a particular variety called a Manila, and if you see them in the store, I buy the mangoes green, just like my avocados, and I ripen them at home. Okay, the mangoes especially, you see them all beat up. If they're in the store for any length of time, they're beat up, and I don't want them. But if you buy them green and hard, again, just like the avocado, I buy them green and hard, and they only take a few days to ripen in the store, but it's perfect without any damage. This one here is getting a little bit wrinkled, but it's still good. And anyway, so let's see what happens here. I'm going to start with avocado and tomato, just to show you a few other things. I'm moving the camera right to there. So I'm going to do avocado. How do you cut an avocado? Well, I do it like this. I'm going to cut it in half. Okay, we take just this half here. You don't even need to do this. I'm going to cut just a little bit of that. But you basically peel it. You peel the avocado. Look at how easy this is. I mean, this is what I'm saying. You peel the avocado just like that. I'm going to put it on a plate. Beautiful avocado. And I'm going to take the knife. This is how I would present it at lunch. Put a plate with salad, avocado, tomato, and maybe a cucumber. You see that? And then, hey, almost slid right off there. And there you go. See, there's a beautiful presentation, and that took what, about 30 seconds. If I want to add, now I always have a little supply of these. You want to keep your utensils clean, especially the knife. If I want to add a little tomato to this plate, here's a tomato. What I'm going to do is, I have a special knife for the tomato. It's extra sharp, and I'm going to just cut off. I'm going to cut off that. You know what? My knife drawer is right here. I'm thinking this one might be sharper. So what I do with the tomato, I like really thin. You know, some people put a huge chunk on hamburger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little slice. This is my guideline. I'm going to cut 3. So that, if you can see this, okay, well with that little slice, that's the beginning. And I can do a little, almost see-through. That was a little bit too thin. There's the line. But I like, especially for a hamburger, I don't want to be eating tomato. So these are just a little bit too thin. Try one more. Make it just a little. But you can see there's some nice, almost paper thin slices of tomato. So there you go. And then you can put this back, wrap it. I save the top, and I'll wrap that in a little saran wrap and put it in the refrigerator like that. In the end, it all gets eaten. Okay, so there's tomato. And then again, I have to clean this, wash it off in a minute. And I can clean this of any of the liquid. Usually I'll cut my dry materials first, and then, so here we have a plate, nice tomato, and I could add some cucumber sliced the same way, nice and thin. Okay. Pineapple. So this is another one. Another friend, discussing mango. She goes, "How do I cut a pineapple?" Well, here's how you do it, and it's really easy. You probably saw my other video, the papaya. I'm going to do 2 cuts first. Take the top off. You want a big knife, and really you could use a bigger knife, but you certainly wouldn't want to use a little knife for something this big. This has got to be that big at least. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut the top. There's that little guia, the little guide mark. Cut the top and bottom. And again, I have some of these paper towels that I've cut them in half to even save them. I'm going to cut this. Now this is a rather small pineapple, but at the same time, you could do 2 things. And most people would start like this with the whole pineapple and try to cut the skin off. Okay, you have those eyes, and you end up, if you start like this, you end up losing a lot of the fruit, the flesh. So I've cut it in half this way, and that looks like a beautiful pineapple. Again, some of that glare, we see that beautiful pineapple. And then right here, I'm able to cut. Now we do 2 things with this. Well, of course, one, we're going to eat it on a plate, a breakfast, fruit plate. But the other thing we do is we make what we call agua de sabor, or fruit water. And that's at lunchtime. We blend this up, and we'll put some sweetener, which we prefer to use stevia, pineapple chunks, water, and a sweetener. And there you go. Okay, it's pretty clean. I got all those eyes out, all right there. Everything came out nice and easy. And then to make the water, so we'll cut up a pineapple. I'm going to cut this in half and cut it in half one more time. So the part that you want to get rid of is this core, and that's just right there. Right there. Okay, so here's what happens. I'm going to save these, and later today we're going to make the water, the fruit water. And I'm going to save them in the refrigerator, and this is enough. And of course I'm going to cut this one too. For breakfast, for instance, if you have a piece like this, for breakfast you can actually create slices, almost like I did with the avocado. Put them on a plate and just okay, that looks nice. We have coming up here, again, trying to get out of that glare. I'm working on my videography tools. So this one, I'm going to do that in just a minute. Let's get to the mango, okay? The mango. That's what we all came for. So there's 2 ways to do the mango. This one, now in Mexico we have one of these. And I don't know if you've ever seen this before. But this is made for mango. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to cut just a little bit right there. And what you do is the seed, this goes right in the seed. Now you may not have these in the US because you can find anything online. This is how you eat it. Got to get the skin off, And again, if you watch the papaya, how to cut papaya video, you've seen this before, and I'm going to show you a close-up. This is a peeler. This is just a regular peeler. With this other side, now I got this double one, but you can get them either way. You can see the Ginsu effect on there, that little tiny, that's super sharp, okay? This is the regular peeler. You'd have trouble doing this with a regular peeler. But with that Ginsu, oh my God, look at that. With this Ginsu super sharp peeler, and look at that, very little. You're not going to lose any of the fruit with this peeler, okay? And I did the, you could rip it off too, but you end up, if you rip it off, you end up losing fruit. So this peeler, there it goes. You see the difference? Yeah, you lose very little fruit. Just go all the way around this thing. That one doesn't want to come, but either way, I went all around and then just trim it up a little bit with the, that's it. See how that took like less than a minute. Beautiful, beautiful mango. Ready to serve, and I'm going to serve that to my wife just like that. It's like eating a big frozen fruit stick. Okay, we have one more method on how do you cut the mango, because I know you probably don't have that stick. So how do you cut a mango if you don't have that stick? Well, this is how you do it. This is how you do it, and I'm going to trade boards here because why? Because this board makes the mango look better. Yeah, got a nice mango on this one. Look at that mango again. So here's another way to cut a mango. Take the mango, and of course it has a big seed right down the center. So you are going to, this is the end, you're going to just find a little bit. There's the seed. Cut it right there. Okay, so I have this, and probably seen this before. If you make 3 lines like that, a couple like this, you can do 2 things. If you're like me and you're lazy, you just eat it like a monkey. Okay, again, can you see that? If you're like me and you're lazy, you just eat it like a monkey. Put that back in there. But if you want to present it on the same plate that we have the pineapple, for instance, take a spoon. I have all my utensils right here, nice and handy. Let's see if we can do it with this little spoon. And I'll just cut it out like this. Hopefully this is going to come out in one piece, so if you kind of try to keep it together a little bit like that. You can cut it out like that. This one, yeah, okay, look at that. That cut out pretty nice. Just throw it over like that. And there it is. I'm going to serve it just like this, plated, just like it came out of the skin. And there you have it. That is how we do mango. There's a nice view of it. Okay, so we have papaya. This is, no, pineapple and mango. And you saw how easy that was. Here's the mango on a stick. Mango on a stick. Pineapple slices. It's that easy. Okay, Take care. Thanks. Happy cooking. Happy cooking.